Hello, everyone. This is December now. December. This is the end of the classes are all done. Final exams officially start next week, although I've had the final exam up for about a week now, and many of you have completed it, so congratulations. I think of full circle how when I first started the videos, I was outside, I was at Bristol Community College, I'm still at Bristol Community College, but I'm inside today. I'm suffering, minor suffering, from seasonal allergies. I have been so, I've got a double ear infection. You know, it's like life doesn't stop, does it? And this is so minor, but it has been wearing me out. A number of you have written to me in the last 2 weeks telling me you've been sick, you've had different physical setbacks, and I get it, because emotionally you can be strong, intellectually strong. When your body says it's done, it's done. But on a more serious note, we've had students in my classes anyway, and in yours, who have come down with COVID-19, and it breaks my heart. They're students who've all worked in the healthcare services. They didn't have a choice, and one by one, privately or sometimes on our videos, they've shared their stories. So please, please wear your mask. Please, please stay away from people. Vaccine is coming, but it might take 6 months to a year to get everyone vaccinated. You got to get up those numbers of how many people in the population before we can feel safe. I am in the second tier because I'm 65 now. So, okay, 65, and I have all kinds of things going on with me. So maybe I'll be the second tier. With any hope, I might be vaccinated the end of March, beginning of April, but may not be till June. So that's just my group. So every group is going to be different. So please pay attention. I feel for the students in our class that have had loved ones or themselves have had to deal with this. And I have a simple sinus infection, and I'm acting like a big baby. And I can't even imagine having something really serious like that ugly virus. It's called a deadly pandemic for a reason. All right, I started the semester in September preaching to you with unsolicited preaching, and I think I'm ending like that. But I just want to tell you how much I've appreciated your presentations and your journals and your discussion board posts. And even though I may not comment, I do read, and I'm always impressed in how bright and talented my students are. And considering that we're in the middle of this deadly pandemic, the point that you could come to school and function and thrive is to your credit. One day you will be looking back at this time and you will be talking to your children, your grandchildren about it, and they may say, well, what did you do? And you say, well, I went to work, or I took classes online, or I worked for nonprofits, and I worked in food lines and clothing distributions, and worked for my church, and I was helping others, and at the same time having a well-balanced life that you need to do. So like I say, we all know we can carry more than one emotion in our hearts. And I have fear and respect and awe for everyone who's going through COVID-19, and it's heartbreaking. And yet I'm optimistic for the future, for those that are here, that we've lived past our relatives. There's a purpose. It gives us even more drive to do even better things with our life because we've survived it. And so far we have. So far we have. I was just walking around a little bit to see if I could get a better light on my 65-year-old face, but there is no better light. So congratulations. I talked about creation back in September, how these presentations had not even begun yet, and you were going to be creating something that did not exist before. It's art. It's a body of work that is yours, and no one can take it away from you, and this is exactly what's happened. When I take one student and I follow them from their introduction to their in the news, to their informative, to their persuasive, to their personal experience, I see such growth, posture-wise, voice-wise, content-wise. I've seen some students just glow with a huge smile on that face. I'm just totally captivated. Others, you see them getting even more relaxed and being more connected to their message and feeling their truth is coming out. And I bet for some of you, you're going to miss doing these videos because they are empowering and they're your voice. And so often in school, we're not asked for our own voices. We're asked to tell you what the lesson is about or what the math chapter was on or what the history was talking about. But this is totally your creation, so you should be quite proud and save them somewhere. Keep them as a portfolio of your work. You never know when you want to go back to it and reestablish those topics and develop them even more. Like I said, as much as you said so many and very important and valuable and to the heart messages, for some of you, it was just your beginning. You could have gone on, but it was limited because of the time. So, but these beginnings are the beginning, and they're beginning of something great and wonderful. I am still having a great and wonderful life, and you will too. So, with that, happy holidays. It's Hanukkah right now, so if you celebrate that, happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, I don't know when Kwanzaa is for this year, but happy Kwanzaa and Merry Christmas. It's for any of those who do celebrate. And I know not everyone does, but what you all can celebrate is happy semester break, because unless you're taking winter session, this will be your time to regroup and to reorganize things. Clean your room, right? Clean your office desk. I mean, I've got piles of things. I write notes to myself constantly, and so they're all on like formal pieces of paper, and then on these little sticky notes, then on the backs of envelopes. And I'm thinking, was that important? Was that a phone number I should know? So I've got to go through all those things and delete, and just to try to simplify my life so I can continue. And that's what you have to do too. Love yourself, love people around you. I'm so glad you're in this class. There are no coincidences. You might have made friendships in this class, or you never know, with someone in this class that you didn't even speak to. You just saw their videos or, read their posts. You're going to meet them up again another time, maybe in another school, maybe at UMass Dartmouth or at Bridgewater or maybe UMass Boston or Emerson College, but you're going to see them again. And then you'll say, wow, weren't you in 2020, didn't we have a class together online? And what I'm really looking forward to is seeing you walking around. Now, this is for some of you your second semester, some of you your first semester. So hopefully we get back to being in person with masks and social distancing still going on, because we probably won't be all vaccinated by September. But I'm hoping we can be back in the classroom. And if I see you on campus and I see you and I start looking at you in a way, just please come up to introduce yourself to me. You may remember what I look like. Oftentimes, I see you as such young, vital, healthy, good-looking people that I can confuse you all. I can say, oh, I thought you were Jennifer. Oh, no, I'm Hannah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So please get me off the hook. If I'm looking at you and you're looking at me, we know each other, please say hello, and then just introduce yourself again and tell me which class you were with, because I have you all down in groups, and I know my groups now, so I'll say, oh yeah, you were in the class with, and it's just nice to connect. It really is. It's important for you to know that you had an experience with a teacher. If any of you need a reference, especially if you're going to go on for your 4-year schools, and you can say, even if it's 2 years from now, Ms. Fernandez, I had you in fall 2020, I was in this particular class, would you please write me a reference? The answer is always going to be yes. Just give me at least a couple of days to get it up and going, because sometimes, depending on when you ask, we might be in the middle of a lot of different things going on, but everyone is important. Every email is important, even though I miss about a third of them constantly. I'm not even sure how that happens. I've noticed that this year in particular, more email than not have gone into spam. And if a student said, I wrote to you, I didn't get it. I always put your name in a search and look, it doesn't come up. And then if I call the IT desk, I said, can you search my spam? And they say, oh, you got a lot of stuff there that you haven't even read yet. I'm like, I don't even know why. And they clean things out for me. They run virus checks and different things to eliminate that, and it still happens. Really odd things have happened this semester from technology than never before. And it's like driving a car. Like, I drive a car, but I don't know how to fix it. Same thing with a computer. I use it all the time, and I don't know. And even when I do call the professionals to help me, sometimes they tell me they don't know either. So, but anyway, I'm glad we met. I'm glad we were together here. It's almost the holidays, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah's now, semester break, so be good to yourselves. And when you have your mask on, right, your mask, smile with your eyes. Your eyes twinkle, and people can tell that you're connecting. So keep it going, keep the faith, hang in there. You know, just keep going. That's what I say with a big smile and a deep appreciation. I have one for you. Bye, everyone.